towards the on season, as we get a lot more players coming out from a lot more space within the region. Ddog coming from Staten Island, and of course a very very notorious Steve main from that region, and. We get to see him come up against LemonTea, but Steve against fast fallers can be so devastating at these low percents because just holding jab or forward tilt is so much pressure. Luckily, with only the wood on deck, you don't have to deal with it for long.
Right. And we're getting some pretty even gameplay so far. You assume, especially playing a character like Wolf, you absolutely assume that you are starting every stock at around 40 to 60%. So the fact that LemonTea has weathered that early storm and has pretty much controlled the pace of play since then is great. And look at them. I mean, not only like with almost 100% on Steve, that's not so great, but Ddog not really able to get a whole lot of valuable material so far. I don't see any gold, no diamonds. That said, he has the most valuable material of all, which is a stock lead.
Absolutely, and with gold on deck, arguably that's way more valuable than diamonds. Though diamond tools are such a difference maker. Having access to powered minecart is almost way more valuable for everyday access within Steve's kit because it's your get out of jail free card. Just goes for the drop zone neutral there, and it works out on top of breaking the crafting table, but not trying to inhibit Steve from mining. I think that's something so unexplored within players. Is when Steve's mining, they can't exactly stop in an unreactable faction. So you can move them away from the minecart and having their jump. Ddog's style of Steve is less resource oriented and more about finding crazy openers and finding chances to exploit the opponent in a lot more opportunities. So he'll go for those fair reads, he'll look for back air, and he'll just start swinging on you with whatever tools he has.
Yeah. And like it's worth pointing out at this point, like this could be a lot worse for LemonTea. It's with that, like that missed tech is kind of a gift. You don't assume that you're going to get those kinds of stocks in top 16, but LemonTea hasn't really done that much. Like he had a nice opening combo, a nice little string there, and he had an unexpected stage spike for a KO. But besides that, it's really been all Ddog. However, finally controlling center stage here, a little bit of stage control, and hopefully able to convert this into a stock so we can bring this to a last stock situation.
LemonTea is flinching quite a lot, but he had a super hard read with that up smash. Like, you're going to roll here, and it's not a question. It is an inevitability. With the TNT online, though, trying to push it into Ddog's face in order to stop the mining. Wolf has
the read is good when you yourself are shaking your head.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't.
Oh, no.
Like, TNT is just it's just huge, right? Like, you have to respect this massive hitbox, but if you try and like delay your recovery even a little bit, then you let Steve start to compile so many resources. I feel like LemonTea respected or picked too many roll defensive options a little bit too quickly. It forgoed him a ton of punishes on Steve up smash, which is one of the most whiff punishable moves in Steve's arsenal. On top of the TNT at ledge, sometimes you can get up attack that and break the redstone chain, allowing the pressure plate to not detonate it. But it's just these little things that come up with Steve that there's so much that you have to know and have to adapt to on the fly. And if you can't compile all of that information, surprise, you took 80 or died. Especially as Wolf, like the fast faller is just not helpful in a matchup like this.
But you see, LemonTea playing it very, very respectfully here in game 2, and it's paying off. Not going for super, and like you see that like LemonTea knows that stage spike game 1 was not something that he's going to rely on. He has not gone out for that sort of thing at all yet. He's like, when he gets Ddog off stage, he's keeping center stage. He knows he's trying to set up for those 2 frames. He's trying to set up for those like wolf ledge traps, and winds up getting hit by an anvil.
tough. It's tough, especially given how LemonTea is really trying to approach this matchup, where it is in the mid to close range. You're trying to get Ddog to scrap and to panic in a lot of against a lot of your pressure. But Ddog's been handling it pretty well, just jumping and naring and dash attacking all over the place to catch landings and to burst out of the corner without needing to use minecart. And LemonTea's short hop happy game means he's getting caught by a lot of those burst options against a character that doesn't have any.
And it's worth noting too that like it's 2022. We all say to each other like, yeah, we really need to know the Steve matchup. Everybody's got to know Steve matchup, Steve matchup, Steve matchup, Steve matchup. It's 2022. This game came out in 2018.
Yeah.
Like, you think Ddog doesn't know the Wolf matchup?
I would hope so.
So like that sort of thing. And Steve's ground movement is so annoyingly slippery, particularly against a character like Wolf, who relies on these sort of like jump ins and these dash attacks and things like that. The Steve dashback just seems to really be an insanely powerful tool against them.
He's
wow.
The TNT saving the other way, saving him absolutely. And now it's the F Smash Brigade, and Steve forward smash is just so it's so hard to punish on reaction. And Steve has so many powerful kill tools with these back airs, anvils over the place. Ddog doing such a good job of covering high and low at basically the same time, whether it be with anvil, minecart, and back air, some back air, forward air, some combination of the two, some two combination of the four it's so powerful, and you can't recklessly move against Steve because you get hits like this. Respect the low, and then Steve just comes high and smacks you in the face with a pickaxe. Another back air.
And this is where Steve being resourced up is really hurting, because there's nowhere like it really just feeds into itself. Like you get the diamond tools, and then every hit is sending you off stage, and that's like what 3 to 5 seconds of mining time. And okay, there's a solid trade for like those are the trades that you need to take as LemonTea, and
no goal.
You can really start to get something.
Double jump anvil. Yeah, it's something that I noticed with Ddog as LemonTea looks back and Ram just shakes his head because he knows that if he wins, they'll have to play against Ddog, who's been kind of rolling through this bracket.
Yeah.
But Ddog is one of those Steves that likes to press buttons out of hit stun. Likes to press buttons in it whenever they are retreating or seemingly retreating. They'll throw out that instant reverse dash attack. They'll throw out that dash back forward smash, or in the case of midair, they'll throw out that anvil to drop on your head as you're trying to shark. And it's so tough to respect that because Steve isn't actually moving very far, like you were mentioning. He's surprisingly slippery for how small that dash is.
And I mean, first of all, who among us does not love to hit buttons out of hit stun? I love doing that. It's sort of like, what do you do? Like, what game are you playing if you're not doing that? Come on, have some fun. But if you like hitting buttons out of hit stun and you like messing with people's timings, Steve is absolutely the character for you.